Also, we can do a tremendous amount of core work. We can do knee mobilization as well, whether it's prehab or rehab. Our ability to use this and gain confidence in our movement is paramount. We can go wrists, we can go elbows, shoulders, we can get in neck rotations. So, you know, I'm going to give you this real quick just to show a simple one with our wrists. If we have weak wrists or if we're struggling with it. So you're just going to go straight out, and what we're going to do called propellers. Now, the shoulder is down and back. We're setting it into the lap, and all we're going to do is turn. And we're turning in control. And so if you were just to lackadaisically go, you know, just go back and forth, it's not doing anything, because then your pinky decides to not join the crowd anymore. We talk about grip strength. So we have grip. I can tell you 20 to 30% effort. I can ramp that up. So not only grip strength. Now, let's go back to vertical. We can do what's called the magic wand. So from here, we're going to get into wrist flexion and retraction. This is great for golfers. So everything, the shoulders down and back, everything's nice and straight here. So our joint mobilization through the wrist is now in focus, and we'll go vertical, and now we just stir the pot. We like stirring the pot, right?
I stir the pot a lot.
So go small, and then we can go big, and then so we're going counterclockwise right now. We can go clockwise. There's so many things that we can do on this. I want to go to two more things before we move on. And I talked about golf mobility. In our golf performance classes, we can use this to our benefit to help us get a little bit more into the backswing and also in the through swing. So I know you've golfed before.
I have.
I'm not going to demo this.
I wouldn't call myself a golfer, but I have golfed before.
What I want you to do is you're going to get into a golf stance. So it's just slightly, a slight knee bend, a little bit of hinge. We're going to put this just to the outside of the foot. Now, I want you to grab right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. And so we're going to hinge just slightly here. So hinge, yeah, there you go. Now, we're going to pull this back, straight arms. And so now we're starting to get opening up through the back of the shoulder. We have these muscle chains that go from not only the shoulder down through the low back, and it's always opposite, left shoulder down in the right glute. But now we're beginning to open up the posterior chain, this posterior muscle sling. And then you'll come back, and then you'll go to the other side still.
Cracking and popping.
Cracking and popping, absolutely. And so now what I'm going to have you do, really focus on keeping the hips forward. So we're going to grab the ground. You radiate tension up through the legs. Changes everything you were doing. So, because you were feeling, it's like, the hips are going to compensate and I'm going to open this way. Look at all this range of motion. Now, all of a sudden, I'm locking the hips and I'm going like this. I'm like, oh, crap, I don't have that. Golfers, as a golfer, we need disassociation. Upper back, the thoracic spine, and the hips. That's paramount to what we do. And then we can do the other side. We don't have to go that route at all. Three of my favorite exercises, ninja, and ninja is the one you were talking about where my level was, where your level was, and then Autumn being hypermobile, where her ability was to be able to do that. So let's do that one real quick. I want to show everybody what we can do. I'll grab this. So with that in mind, I want you to go into a wide stance. And we're going to put
that
everything
right there
on the ground because it's going to fall. And we're going to put the stick right into, yes, it's a convenient little round portion of the big toe made for the stick. We're going to bring our grip up, And so what we're going to do, soft knees. Let's tuck the hips a little bit, and then we're going to hinge. And then this left hand just hangs down to the ground. So right now, oops, pardon me, what we're doing is that we're opening up the outside of the shoulder. What I want you to do, let's drop this grip just a little bit. Beautiful. Now, that hand, I want you to go grab the stick, and we're going to palm away. So there you go. Yes. So now, sort of a handshake into this stretch. We're going to lunge to the right. Okay? And what we're doing, we're stomping through this right foot, irradiating tension into that glute. This one doing a wonderful job. We can actually squeeze it, and it actually works into the groin muscle. Gets a little activation here. Now here's where the money happens. So now, I want you to be able to left lunge. So we're gonna lunge to the left. Now, all of a sudden it changes the dynamics. Now the front of the shoulder begins to get stretched, opened up. Back of the shoulder, because we're reaching down, we're trying to reach the outside of our foot here. The outside of the shoulder, the posterior portion of the shoulder now is active. We're stomping through this left foot. We're in a wonderful lunge here. And then I'll have you come back to center and then stand. So that's called ninja. And yeah, Autumn doing it last night. It was amazing to be able to see her flexibility, her background, and dance teams and everything else. Yep. She still has maintained a great deal of hypermobility. The rest of us, desk jobs, we get junked up.
Yep.
Let's talk about, and I don't want to go too much longer.
Yep.
Let's go slap shot.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go wide stance again. We're going to bring the stick back behind us. Yep. So the beauty of this is that I can just give you the cue. I want you to lengthen the stick. Make the stick longer. Not necessarily your hand grip, but I want you to pull that way, and I want you to pull that way. So now all of a sudden we've activated posterior portion of the shoulder. So we're gonna soft knees, hinge. I want you to hinge over. There we go. I want you to bring this right hand to the ground. So we're gonna rotate down. So what we've been able to do is lock the hips down, but now create some good rotation. We're gonna take that right hand, press it into the stick. We're gonna take this left hand and pull up. So now again, focusing here, we're really beginning to open. So now, staying in that hinge position, I want you to bring the left stick down. So we've stayed hinged. Yep. And so wherever the stick lands is wherever we do it. We do this multiple times, our mobility gets better. So there again, now you're pushing down through the left, pulling up through the right, we're opening up here, and this is what we call slap shot. The last one I want to show you called bow and arrow, and so we'll rotate out, stand tall. I want you to put your hand right in the middle of the grip. We're going to go vertical, so we're going to go feet together. Yep, and then hand right in the middle of the grip. Down a little more, down a little more. There we go, good. So now, I want you to tilt the stick towards me. Reach up and over to grab the stick. Yep, there we go. I want you to kick this hip towards me. I want you to drive through the middle of the stick. Now, this is opening up the entire left side. Serratus anterior down in through the external obliques, top of the hip. This is one of those stretches that after playing golf that I'll do, and just just keeping the effects of my golf game and the demand that I put into it and my body. This is a wonderful stretch for me, and then we'll bring the stick back and stand vertical. These are just three of my favorites to do. Gosh, I mean, it's unlimited to be able to concentrate on the ankles and everything else. We walk on the ground, we live on the ground. When we take care of our toes, our arches, our heels, everything up the chain over time feels so much better. So
yeah,
that was a lot to digest. But those are some of the simple things that we can do in stick mobility. And we get a whole 55 minutes devoted to this.
Yep.
we'll do some good core work in our bird dogs or our dead bugs. Like I said at the beginning, it's almost boundless of what we can do with this stick.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Come and try it out. Seriously, it's fun, and I was skeptical at first, like when you're trying anything, but it's one of my favorites now.
Yeah, and listen, I didn't want to get lengthy, but I'm very passionate about that, and you can tell when we talk about our primal movement patterns, which we took a diversion. Talking about stick mobility, but this is one of the classes that we do, and we try to integrate it into some of our classes, but having a class devoted to it, I don't say it becomes an addiction, but people really have, our athletes have really started to turn around. You were skeptical and now you're a believer.
Yeah, for sure. So come and join us at Impact and check it out. You can come try a class for free even, you know, and see if it's something that you're interested in, and you're probably going to get addicted and want to come hang out with us all the time, but but it was fun to show you just a little piece of it, and I think it was important to kind of show you guys all what just a little portion of what it was all about. So thanks for coming on and showing a little bit of your passion about stick mobility, but it's for anyone and everyone, and it's fun. I like it.
And what we didn't even get into was the Olympic training, how to be able to get into a proper form of deadlifting. And we don't have to show the videos, but deadlifting.
Oh yeah, we can show it really quick as we're kind of going off today.
Okay, yeah, if you'd like to, there's a couple videos, a front view and a side view of getting into a deadlift and being able to, getting to that point where we're just lifting the weight off the ground and being able to understand proper positioning, and then the squat. It's called a Dunphy squat. The creator thought of this, and he loved it so much that he gave it out to the coaches, and it just allows us to get into that deep squat. You hold that thing for 10 seconds and then still keep that stick into the ceiling.
Yeah.
He made me do it last night. But what it does is it grooves your body into the proper mechanics.
Yeah. We'll share those videos with you as we sign off today for the show. But until tomorrow, when I'll see you guys all again, don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go. We'll see you tomorrow.
Here at Totem Muscatine, we believe it's important to be strong supporters of our local community.
And that's why we donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to local Muscatine charities each year.
It's the reason why all of our employees are local to the area and have a vested interest in our community.
Even Daisy and Dilly keep it local by visiting the local dog park.
So remember, when you shop Totem Muscatine, you're not only sure to get great service, but you're here also supporting local.